Oh, if we put these cameras up, everything will be safer. We'll be able to track quote unquote illegals, and your towns and your neighborhoods will be safer. Lies. Lies. It turns out that these police officers are the real criminals, the real illegals. At my last job that ended in December, I, we were working on opposing. We were working on legislation to limit the use of these flock cameras, or it's also called ALPR, automated license plate reader devices, because we already knew, and I already knew. And if y'all would go, so to back it up, now all of these stories are coming out how these police officers are using these flock cameras, which are used to take pictures and monitor people's driver's licenses. They're using these cameras for their own personal reasons, mainly to be abusive to their romantic partners, whether they're still with them or they're broken up. Here we got somebody that's Lebanese, lesbiana, engaging in domestic violence as well. So it's just not limited to the straights. And if y'all only knew how much these cities, states, and towns are basically giving millions to uh, these flat companies and other companies, while taking that public money away from education, healthcare, infrastructure, and city, like take really giving these companies millions in contracts to put these cameras up, and they're not even tested. They're not even and there's no limitations on how these police officers or police departments can use the information from these cameras, how long it should be stored, who they cannot give the information to. And now we see that the police officers are just running amok, stalking their lovers. And this is not going to be the last that we see of police officers misusing equipment to further their own crimes in their own personal lives. And this just goes to show that police don't keep us safe. Police don't keep us safe. These things don't keep us safe. And I'm pretty sure the millions of dollars that were given to the company for them to be able to produce these cameras and sell them back to the city, that money could have been used for something that would have produced a way positive result, a bigger result, and more people would have gotten a benefit from it without having to be harmed and stalked and all of that. Child, stop giving these police departments money to spend on technology that's not foolproof and tested. And there's just no limits on what they can do with this technology. How about doing your job? And I'm pretty sure that the cameras there is some margin where, oh, it may have helped them crack a crime or track somebody down. But when we see that there's a potential for it to be grossly misused like this, especially in domestic violence, and we think about how prevalent the domestic violence is amongst people who are on the police force. I'm pretty sure there are studies and statistics on that. Like, we don't need to be investing. Just it's just crazy how when you are, because I'm pretty sure this is a white owned company. When you just have these companies, you're able to just, put this product into the universe with all of these, with all of these things that could go wrong. And governments are just going to give you millions and millions of dollars to fail, essentially. But these are my 2 cents. I gotta talk tonight, so I was just trying to get some thoughts out of my head. So yeah, but yeah, all of these flock cameras need to come the hell down. We do not need to be empowering these police departments and the government to surveil us more than they already do.